Welcome back, my fellow duplicants, to Oxygen Not Included. This is the Dupollo 13 challenge. We're going to call it the challenge right now. It's basically the Let's Play here. And if you guys remember back to the very beginning of this series, we had this spaceship up here, and we had 3 duplicants that were trying to survive as long as they could up here. But the problem is that, unfortunately, some asteroids came down here, or meteorites came down here and destroyed some stuff. The goal of the base down below is to supply power and oxygen to get this place up and running again so that I can get my duplicants up here living in space and start to build out the big space station. So, in order to do that, the 2 main things that I need to make this place livable is going to be power, so that we can provide cooling, and oxygen, obviously, so that you can breathe, because it's kind of important to breathe every once in a while. As you can see, this poor thing has been devastated up there. If you take a look at all that heat. Absolutely boiled. Well, it's actually 57 degrees. That's not too bad. But we have the ice machine now. We might be able to kind of rework. I don't know how obtainable it is to going to be. It is to recover that up there, but we'll see. This is a live stream, by the way, so hi everybody, to everybody that's been over there in the chat. I'll try to respond to your comments as much as I can here. So I got you guys over here on the left. I am streaming both on Twitch and on YouTube as well. I think most of you guys are going to be viewing on YouTube as well. I actually do stream on Twitch more often, different games, stuff that isn't necessarily uploaded to the channel all the time. So the objective of today is to actually get this thing up and running, because I have been working with the algae up until now, and I'm starting to have to dig out more and more algae. And you might be wondering why there's 3 of these. One is going to be for this base, the other is going to be for the base above, and then the last one here can go to exosuits, which will be useful for exploring the slime biomes and also exploring up there in space as well. So that should be enough to provide the oxygen I need for my duplicants currently. It'll also provide a little bit of power. The other thing I want to tap into is the natural gas geyser down here, because this thing's just waiting to have, to become active again, and we can start to get some gas out of it. One of the things that I've got some mods here that will actually give you a calculated average output. It does require analysis first, though, so that's one thing I would like to get done, if possible. Hello from Russia. It's 2 a.m. here, but worth it. Oh, thank you so much for the 100 rubles. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Awesome. All right, so let's kick things off here. In order to set this thing up right, one of the things I had to refer to is how did I want to do this? So right now I'm using the element sensors right here, and I had to go back and look at my own tutorial. This one's actually pretty good. Because I have the pipe on top, the pump on top and the pump on the bottom that's flowing through the pipes here, and I want to filter the gases out. So in this setup here, I'm going to be filtering both pipes, and if either of them have hydrogen in it, then it'll kick out into the hydrogen loop. And then I have an automation signal down here that will be used to activate this or deactivate that, and also turn off this stuff if it just needs to be turned off, but I don't think it will need to. It should be just fine. I should be just okay with overproducing all the oxygen and everything. So, step 1 is going to be to plumb these up and get them running. I think that's where I left off the last video right here. We had a problem where we dug this out and all the water flowed down, so I was trying to dig this out to let the water flow down there as well. Thank you so much for the bits, Yuri. Thank you so much. Did that move you up to the #1 spot? And yeah, I am doing better these days. I was sick there for a little while. Sore throat. Nothing drives a YouTuber more nuts than not being able to talk. Oh man. Anyhow. Slime, it looks like I need some slime down here. What do I have in here? Is this slime? No, that's coal. Gosh. Because my dust caps, they are not getting the fertilization that they need. So right here, we can do a little digging. Mods. Do I have any new mods from the last Just the only one that I had was the geyser overlay. It was just that. It gives you a calculated average output. There was another one that I saw over there that has the pipe splitter. That might be useful. I'm a little bit weary of using it in case it doesn't work out. I don't think I'll focus on food at this point. I think I have more than enough. So, we will avoid that. They added pollen. They did add some new disease stuff. I haven't looked into it just yet, though. I think there's 2 new diseases. Switch game to Twitch on... I already did that. How many times do I got to do it? So many buttons to click. Oops. Oops. I'm clicking all sorts of things. Let me try not to break the live stream. All right. Let's move on here. Okay, so do I have... Ooh, look at this. Our hydrogen vents are up and running now. So that'll provide us with some power. Am I ready to capitalize on that bad boy? Because that's going to... This puff is done for, buddy. You're not going to make it. I'm sorry. Let's take a look here. I do not have that power set up just yet. Matter of fact, I don't have kind of a main power situation. All right, so plan A is out the window. Let's move on to plan B. This thing's cool, but it's so big and it's in the way. Let's just get rid of that. Thank you, Super Meep. Power. Where to put all the power? I was going to put it down here. It's probably a good spot to put it. Alright, so before we end up cooking all the dupes here that have to go into this spot, let's plug that in. I don't need to pause the game. I always like pausing the game for whatever reason. Don't need to. You can see that they updated the sick bay down here, so it's got some new art. Colony lacks a duplicate care. Oh, that's right. I got some skills. I probably got some new skills for everybody here. Oh, just Bubbles. Just Bubbles. Look at the morale on Bubbles. Look at that. She recently was neural vacillated, so you can see that she's so much more. Where is it? Reshift break, Great Hall, maybe? No, maybe she's just really happy. Is everybody really happy? Oh my gosh. Everybody's just really happy. There you go. Oh, that's terrible. I give her this ability. Good luck on analyzing that, Bubbles. I think you might want to avoid going in there. You know what? I think Bubbles' favorite piece of equipment is now gone. Oh man. Where is it? The amount of times I've used the hydro fan. It's a utility, isn't it? Yeah. Hydro fan is gone. Sorry, Bubbles. I don't know what you're going to do now. We gotta go with the pufflet. We have so many puffs in this base. What? This isn't good. Alright, let's crank up the priority on this thing here. Get that done, because otherwise I'm just leaving power on the table. I'm just stream. No, see, the thing is, I can read all of your chat down there. There's only so much I'm going to be able to read it, though. It's moving by pretty quick. So, we got to get into this natural gas geyser here before it starts flooding up. Starts to give off more and more natural gas, and we can't get in there. So let's go ahead and do that. To get into there, looks like we have a pretty good spot to go in right here. Did I test out the new steam turbine a little bit? I did. I've tested it out a couple times. I actually ran it, was trying to analyze just what was most efficient on it. But unfortunately, when I ran that test, I found the last time I ran the test is that it was not a consistent curve. It became really quite a bit less efficient when you put 3 doors open or something like that. So I was waiting for them to kind of buff it out before I went and made that video. Kovo Karen, thank you so much for the super chat of $5. Your videos got me into the game. Thanks for all the tutorials. Do you think it's wrong to cheat sometimes if you aren't any good at the game? Not in this game. I don't think so. In pretty much all single player games, I think you are your own boss. And you can really play the game however you want. Whatever's fun for you. If we're talking multiplayer, that's a whole different thing. I've seen some people that are building some really cool bases that are built all in creative mode, and they just like to do that, so I don't really see anything wrong with that. That sun is starting to blast me. I must close it off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Game over. Heh. I don't think the cam's gonna come back, guys. Uh-oh. And if I unplug it and replug it back in, it's going to have more issues. Remember that look. Look at, there it is. Brother, I read a post on Reddit that people are using the steam turbine to recycle rocket exhaust. I would think it would be possible. I would think it would be possible. That rocket puts out steam at an incredibly high temperature. And because of that, you should be able to get a decent amount of the power back from it. Matter of fact, it may even be a net gain with how they have it set up. It's a good idea for an experiment video. Do we have conductive wires yet? See, here's one of the things I don't have set up. I don't have my metal refinery set up. So I don't have a rock granulator. It's really because I started the game in such a weird way up there. Oh, here's the other thing. Yeah, let's add a really big list of things to do. Okay, we got to get these things plumbed up. Right now I only have 4 different apartments for duplicates. Mostly because I hope they all don't stay up there. I could build more, but then they might never go back to their ship. You don't want it to be too nice down here. Let's see if the camera's back. That would be a nope. Properties. Oh, we're gonna change the resolution on that. Oh, there we go. There we go. Problem solved. Uh-oh, no, now it's flashing. That might be just as bad. Darn it, and I just upgraded the light over here so that I didn't look purple. But now my camera doesn't work. Oh well. All right. Yeah, let's just forget about the face. You know what my face looks like. We don't have to worry about that. And if you don't know what my face looks like, I'm sure your imagination is more interesting than my face. Anyhow, let's move on here. We need liquid. We got liquid. We got plenty of liquid. What are we waiting for up here? Power. That's what we're waiting for. We need to power that thing up. Now, here's the trick. That is a lot of power up there. Look at that. That's like 1,500. So we're going to need the more conductive wires. Crap. I'm not trying to analyze that. No. Okay, we can't. Thank you for, oops. Oh no. Thank you so much for the subscription over there on Twitch. Using your Twitch Prime account. Thank you so much for that. Oops, let me get your name. Let me get your name. I'm kind of in like chat overload here. If you see how many tabs I have open, it's a lot. It's about 10 tabs. Koala me. Koala me. There we are. Oh yeah, and people keep telling me I need to make my bots do stuff. Chip, if I read your name, will you stop spamming? Thank you. All right, let's move on to the different things here. We got sensors. We need gas pipe sensor. All right. Let's move on to the next thing here. So we got the power. We need to hook in the rock granulator. So let's go ahead and plug that in. That's only 240 watts, so not a big deal. Oops, I can't build there. Ah, we'll do that. That's not the final location of a rock granulator anyhow. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking it would be great to have a rock granulator and then have the ore dropper right on top of it so everything builds up in the same spot. I think it would be absolutely awesome. Whoop, oh, oh. I didn't see what that was. Himic163, thank you so much for becoming a member here on YouTube. It's the same as the Twitch subscription thing, in case you guys are wondering. Oh, nope. Hang on. Highest FPS. I might do it. Haha! Problem solved. Okay, so what I need here is some iron. Just crank that one up to 50. Who's gonna be running that? I don't think I've really messed with the priority. Oh, I've messed with some of the priorities. Not so much the skills. Oh, everybody's got new skills here. Travaldo, he's got new skills. What do I not have? I don't have... Do I have anybody with ranching? And... Oh my gosh. Animus Cheered 1500. Thank you so much for all the bits. Anno Cheerer. Anno Cheerer. Oh, anonymous cheerer. I got you. If I read the word correctly. There we go. Sorry about that. Lurda, what should you have? What is Lurda? See, I got some weird dupes. They don't like anything. The update kind of messed them up. They're all very indifferent. What? Well, that's a better picture. You're right. That is a better picture over there. Why does this keep happening? Too many tabs. There's some weird, like, that's one of the things when you end up on YouTube. You start seeing like weird screen freezes of yourself popping up all over the place. You're like, oh man, don't do anything embarrassing here. Lurda, you can ranch. Zoh. So, what to do? Improve strength. We don't really have anybody doing the tidying stuff. Oh, okay, here we go. You can hover over them. Let's see what they got there. Let's find somebody. Let's make somebody an artist. Who's got the highest creativity here? 0. No creativity. 1. Barely creative. Super meat. That's kind of a... Creative of... Does anybody have any creativity? None. What? My poor base is going to be full of horribly grim art. There we go. Malabar, you're the doctor. We'll give you the new hat. There you go. Super Meep, you need to continue digging like a champ, because that's what you do. And Zoh. There you go. They got a little new icon there. Oh, man. What do we got in the printing pod? Fertilizer. Fantastic. Alright, how are we doing over here? Is the power connected? We do have this power wire built. We got that power wire built. That power wire built. Somebody's suffocating. That's not good. Oh, no. And my chat has frozen. Oh, boy. Technical difficulties. Okay, there it is. Everybody's back. I can now read you again. What? It's back. All right. I didn't do anything this time. Ah ha ha. Aren't you punny today? See what happens when we get an ice machine? Everything just freezes. Every time. Every time. You're the most punny person I know. Hopefully the game doesn't freeze and the stream keeps going. Shh. Don't even give it the idea. Alright, here we go. We're gonna build one of these things. We're gonna build a power transformer here. And we're going to try to get the power. The power spaghetti is growing already. Dupes, what are you guys doing? Like, you only have one job. Just to make some iron ore. What are you guys doing? Options. Enable proximity. That should be good. You see, I think they're just spending too much time farming. Let me target some people here. Who's my real builder? Travaldo, what do you got more skills, bro? All right, let's work these priorities here. Not everybody. Without the hat, it's kind of hard to know. Okay, this is a little different now. Who be my farmers? Travaldo's a farmer. That's not good. Lurda's a farmer. Okay. We can at least knock down everybody as far as farming. Lira, you are gaming with me, Brothgar, and you love the Adventure Capitalist series. Adventure Capitalist was fun, and actually I'm glad to see that they're continuing to do more and more events with that. I don't think I'll ever get back into it, but it's that was a good time. Matter of fact, I was remembering just the other... What are you doing, Travaldo? What are you... This has got to be a bad idea, Travaldo. What are you doing? I think you just realized this was a really bad idea. These duplicates. Okay. Meep is the only one that can go up there. What happened down here? Okay, so we dug out one area. Crap. Dumped in a bunch of water over here. That's not good. And now it's spitting out gas. I definitely got distracted on that one. Should be a little bit of automation in there too, as far as an atmo sensor, in the case that it gets too low. So we'll go ahead and set that up if it ever gets built. It's all got a good priority of 6. We should be okay. Oh, that's what happened. I dug this out. The water came down here, but it was too much. Got it. At least I got a water lock for the geyser. You know what? You got a good point there. You got a good point there. But I'm really only ever going to go in there like once, hopefully. McDouble tap. Thank you so much for the 30 bits. Can I even see the chat boss? Hold up. Hold up. That one right there. Oh, uh-oh. I think Travaldo was here, wasn't he? He caught me while I was looking away. Oh no! Quick! Oh, thank you so much, the real Tuzzy, for the more bits. Help! Let me focus for a moment. Alright, so we got natural gas flowing in. That's going to be beautiful for our base. I really should have just put the door down here. So, you're just letting out all the gas. Okay, there you go. Good job. Quick! Build faster! Rick, boy! I'm trying to focus here. Thanks for the 10 bits. So, we got this. Alright, one more thing and I think we're done. Oh crap, no, I was wrong. We need the gas. Don't forget the pipes. The pipes, they're calling. And they want to be built. So I don't have a filter in here, so there's a bit of carbon dioxide. I could potentially have an issue with that. I might want to filter that gas at some point. Let me reset that stream boss. It seems to be broken. There we go. So there was chat on the screen, but that seems to have imploded as well. Highly technical live stream here. Most things are falling apart. At least the webcam's back. They can't reach the sensor. All right, hold up. We got this. That should go away, Mr. Stream boss thing. I know. There's a bunch of duplicates out here, and they're just... They're flipping switches and stuff. They're causing all sorts of problems. I bet you if I looked in the background here, the moderator would be Travaldo. Thank you so much for the bits. The real Tuzzy. Everybody else, who else was there? Who else? Looking for the... Oh my goodness. More tabs. The Yuri, the real Tuzzy. Who's in the lead? I can't see the lead anymore. Oh, the real Tuzzy's got you by 1. Is it by 1? The price is wrong. I think we might have to do without the stream boss. Yeah. All right, well, successfully made a mess. That's good. Things are working fine. Still haven't built the things I need to build over here. Just a few wires. Come on now. Just need some iron. Has anybody run the iron machine? Anybody? No. Not a single duplicate. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on now. Priorities. Priorities here. Operate. Who's gonna... Travalda, you should be operating. That's why. Bubbles. Lurda's got a high tinkering skill. She can run that. Tidy. You know, I have things set this time to be only swept, and that's kind of interesting. Didn't I set this high, right? Ooh, I didn't set that high at all. I set that low. What did I do over here? I set it low, and then I said sweep only. No, I just set it low. So then I could sweep at a high priority to that. That's what I did. Just trying to remember what I did. Power. You need power. Insufficient resource. Ah, okay. So, what I gotta do here, to look at the medical thing, we have to make the new things in the apothecary in order to make use of that. So we have to build a pharmacy. Hey now, priorities. Hey now. $100 drowning duplicate challenge? Now what would that even be like? They just die. Okay, so I have a pump down here, right? We get some natural gas. Don't worry about that. I have like so much power, but none of it's running. Except for this pump generator. This would be cool. Plastic would be cool too. Actually, that would be kind of cool. Because down here I have a little... aha! Still do have the slickster. We're all good. For a moment there. I was just hiding behind some rubble, that's all. Looks like we've used up about all of that water there, so we're gonna have to move that. We should probably... Okay. Focus on one thing. One thing. Let's get one of these running. Good job, Bubbles. Way to be on task. Here's the thing. I have like one hydrogen generator, but I'm going to have way more than that. So do I run this to a tank and then run power off that tank? So, I think what I want to do... This area over here looks perfect. I could deconstruct that too. Yeah, and it's got abyssalite on the bottom, so I'm pre-insulated. Perfect. Brothgar, remember the tube challenge? Well, my trick was killing every 3 cycles. I gotcha. Find geysers are useless? Well, I think the ones that are most useful is the cool steam vents. These guys over here, it gets hard to really even, well, you can play without them, but man, they change the game if you have a couple of those. This map has a ton of these geysers down here. That reminds me, do I have some more around? I do have this, which is probably going to be another neural vacillator. I don't think I've uncovered anything else. Oops. Still have this water geyser up here. Hey Cryptic Fox, welcome to the stream. What do I think about a Stirling engine in oxygen not included? I don't know. I think we already got the piece of equipment we need, really. I think the only thing left is going to be nuclear power. Maybe. That would be cool. What is a Stirling engine? It's one of those things that's a lot easier to see than it is. Basically, hot air moves a flywheel. As far as I understand it. I've never really looked into them all that much. But you'd probably recognize it. It's this sort of thing. You see, I rarely get a map where you have the different chlorine vents. Those might come into play. I mean, they're barely useful. They're barely useful, but they might actually come into play with a gassy moo. If we were to look at that. Like, man, it's been a... I haven't really messed with it. But if I take a look at the gassy moo here... You know, it's basically a cow that floats around and farts in your base. And the plant that you use to grow it is, you know, this little grass, alien grass thing. And that uses up chlorine, so there's a use for that geyser. Yeah, you'd need a lot of space grass, I think, for 3 different chlorine vents. There is a tool out there that'll kind of show you what's going to be in the world seed before you start it. And that's fairly useful for situations just like this. Bubbles! Yo! You need to get back to work. Rock granulator. Can't do anything without you. So one of the other mods that's floating around on the Steam Workshop is making this a dynamic temperature, in that the liquid that flows into it is the same temperature as it when it flows out. I think that's actually quite interesting, because one of the main contributors to heat in our base with this water sieve is that it comes out at 40 degrees Celsius. So you almost have to insulate all the pipes that you're working with it. So I'm curious if they're going to make a change to that at some point, or if we're going to be like, or tied to different mods at this point. I don't know. Kind of like the pipe splitter that I was seeing there, that kind of goes this way and that way. Useful thing. Do you think they will implement it into the game or keep it as a mod? Here's a mod. Speaking of mods, since mods is the topic tonight, an airlock. Somebody? An airlock? I'd pay many watts for an airlock. We actually have a ton of ideas from the comment section about different mods down here. Although, let me route some pipes before I start digging into that. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Comments on top of comments. Yeah, that's how complicated it's going to get here. Just give me a moment. Okay, so all of this is going to flow out, and we want it to flow in, out, in, and out. I need to focus, otherwise I'm definitely going to make this backwards, because I never do that. I never, ever build pipes backwards. In, out. Okay. Not the bottom. Take it from the top. The bottom top. Everybody's still. Yeah, I was saying things backwards. Hey, I love your work. Here's a coffee. Thank you so much, Stephen Kent, for the donation through Super Chat. All right. So we flow in through the white. So this thing needs to be flipped. Okay, we're going to deconstruct that. We're going to flip it. I'm gonna make it okay. And then what am I going to do with the extra water? We're gonna get rid of that water. And we're gonna get rid of it. I have bristle blossoms I could grow. That would be okay. They're just not being fed. The duplicates are being lazy, that's all. See, like, he got so close. Don't run pipes through other pipes outlets. They'll get blocked. It's actually not an issue anymore because the lavatories have internal storage. So it doesn't cause a backup. You can do that. But you have to make sure that the whole system doesn't become backed up because the lavatory will increase the amount of liquid that's flowing through the system. You know, one option, because I have space, is if you could, if you really just wanted to get rid of stuff, I could just dump it right here into vacuum of space and it'd disappear. I don't think I want to do that. Probably let's find a use for them. I could either grow a bristle blossom, but then the temperature's going to be so high. See, that's the thing about that. It's kind of that way. Oh, you know what? I don't... one of the things I can do here is maybe run it through the ice machine, and that might kill off the germs in it. Do I have any plans for a Twitch bot? Yes, I do. Do I have any plans for bots all over the place? I do. I guess I just haven't gotten around to doing it. If you keep reminding me on the Discord, I'll probably get to it. Okay, so we're gonna flow in over here. Let's try a little experiment. Let's try to freeze dirty water or polluted water. I ran out. Oh, maybe I didn't run out of. I thought I ran out of. Okay. All right, we've taken care of some things over there. Don't worry about it. All right, so whoops. Oh no. Clear and white. I want more power sources that actually kill me. Well, that sounds dangerous. A power source isn't worth it if it doesn't zap my dupes or turn my base into a super hot piece of slag. Well, yeah. You know, this game doesn't have any events to where if we were to have like a, let's say when these wires break, they don't damage a certain area. They just damage the component. Which I think is alright. I don't think we're going to get anything different than that. But you could see where like an arcing broken wire could hurt a duplicate. I could see something like that, maybe. I don't know, that might be kind of hard to implement. Oh, my poor dust caps, they don't have anything. Priority 7 then. What are you doing all over here by yourself, Travaldo? Get back to work, buddy. You're slacking. Alright, so how are my germs doing? I feel like, oh, I guess we only have 2 dupes with slime lung. That's not... It seemed like everybody was sick there for a little while. We haven't built this thing up yet. Invalid build location. Alright. Let's take a look at the reports. What's getting done here? We got 191 chores removed. 204, 110. Wow, that day was really bad. What are my biggest numbers? Store food. Construction supplies. So we are building. It's just I'm impatient. I think the chat froze up again. All right, let's take a look at the basic booster, something to reduce the chance of contracting germ-based diseases. More reduced basic cure, minor germ diseases. Allergy medication, so that must be for the new stuff. And a doctor must administer cure. Okay. That takes coal and water. Wow, that's easy. You wonder if the real Tuzzy finally dissolved in the shadows. He was trying there for a little while. Alright, so my dupes seem to not being they seem to be safe for the moment. Because the game's paused. But, let's go ahead and do this number real quick. We'll get this power queued up, and then I'm going to take a look at some of those mods that we have over there. See what's going on. So Drek was talking about this idea of find things built out of a certain material. Let's take a look at that, see how that overlay has come along here. If we take a look at the material, oh my goodness. Take a look at the materials here. If we take a look at metal, we can see what things are metal, but we can't see the actual... Oh, can we see the type of metal? Is it... Does copper all have the same type of glow? Yeah, iron looks different than copper. And then what do we have inside here? Gold amalgam. Gold amalgam looks kind of yellowish. And then steel is kind of a greenish yellow. So it is. You can see what things, what types of materials things are made out of. And you can see inside of here, this stuff's made out of like thermium or something. If you look at minerals, they did the same thing here with sandstone and sedimentary rock. So that change has happened, and that's pretty cool. That's useful. Filtration medium, got a little bit of sand there. What's regolith look like? It's purple. That's neat. Liquids, you can see where crude oil is. You can see all my bottles of stuff I haven't cleaned up yet. Cool. Susie B was talking about having a hatch for ladders. So instead of just putting the door horizontally, we actually have like a little door that would open and close. I could see that being useful for the sake of saving space. You know, if you just had a little floor hatch, maybe it came up and the dupe crawled out. Hey, this doesn't need to be running. That's sucking up some time. Bubbles, aren't you supposed to be up here? She lost her bubble machine and now she doesn't know what to do. Like, research isn't even a high priority. Bubbles! What are you doing? What? How does that end up as her highest priority? What's going on here? It could be that Travolta's just up there. Still. She's the highest learning. I could see that. Yeah. That makes sense. Interesting. Interesting how that works now. So you can see that's totaling into a priority of 34.5. Oops, oops, oops. Okay. Who do we have behind this printing pod? Some water. Alright. Alright, let's get back into this guy. What was I doing down here? Power. Power was being kicked out of this thing. To run that stuff. Let's see, have we hooked this thing in yet? Yeah, we have. Travolta, why are you so hungry? You should not be hungry. We have plenty of food. What do we got for food? You just haven't made it to the thing yet. There you go. You make it there. BRV, BR, thank you so much for subscribing. over there on Twitch using your Twitch Prime account. Thank you so much for that. All right, how's this plumbing situation? Wow, that actually went in pretty quick. How's the... Oh my goodness, everybody's sick. All right. Hardware Maniac, thank you so much for the bits there. No, the power's not the wrong way. This thing's going to run. That's going to run, which will provide enough juice just to get that started. It's not going to be enough, but it will. I'll have to disable some things before I get them all running. See how this works for the germs. I had some people sick. Where's Malibu going with that? Right there. Okay. Alright, so we gotta provide some power to this stuff up here. I've got so many things running at this point, I might want to split out my grid a little bit. Make all of... Nah, I don't know about that. Am I making the wrong type of cure? To be honest, I don't know. It isn't necessarily clear at the moment. Doesn't really tell you. I just make one of everything. Take care of it that way. Okay, so here's why this is not running. Because I haven't enabled it yet. I have an automation wire that should run off a battery. Technically, it should be this one. We don't need that automation. And we don't need that one. All right, let's take a look at that automation. Boom, there we go. That actually went in pretty quick. Let's crank up the priority on this stuff, get her done. Desktop coder, yeah, I'm definitely feeling better. I think it was a good idea that I stopped talking there for a little while. Just to kind of recover just a little bit there. Got some good rest last night. With that in mind though, I'm not going to be streaming like super long tonight. Last week I was doing like a 4-hour stream, that was just too much. Looks like we did end our puffed over there. Finally kicked it. Come on now, get this automation wire up there. Anybody? Tomorrow. All right. Okay, I know what I'm doing with my wires. They're okay. They're okay. So let me play my game. Alright, so what we gotta do up here with the water is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to make that into ice. How am I going to do that number? Alright, so there we go. I got some power in here. We're up and good. We're good to go. So now, we just need to add a little bit of juice up in here. And we'll get this one up and running. Now, based on what I was doing with this last sort of tutorial right here, what I was using was a small battery to make sure that I kept some power inside of these guys right here. That way, even if I lost power on the main system down here, I could still filter it and I wouldn't get any damaged parts. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and build here, just to make sure that these guys are always capable of filtering everything that's coming out of this gas pump. Okay, good. That stuff's set, so it's not going to cause any problems. Alright, good deal. Alright, so we're firing up the first electrolyzer there. Choose a dupe. Meep! Oh no! Meep has shown up. You know what that means. You know what that means, right? Our super Meep can no longer be super. Crap. He's going to lose his superpowers. Even though this Meep looks very excited. Alright, let's save this up. Crap. Alright, let me get to that tool real quick. There might still be a chance that this doesn't work. And that is if the save file editor is not up to speed with the current development build of the game. This could go horribly wrong, but I'm going to back it up. I'm going to make sure that, you know, we don't have any issues here. Compatible. Uh-oh. Never mind. It says it's compatible. Oh no, that isn't it. Bip. No, that's not good. Ooh, I think we're saved. It just doesn't want to load. It's got the disease issue. Alright, Super Meep's gonna keep his powers for tonight. But the next time I can edit it, he's gonna lose them. You think it's the mods that are killing it? Yeah, I could see that. Whatever, I'll try to figure it out. But for tonight, Super Meep, your days are numbered. But until then, let's go ahead and make sure that you can do everything you need to do. Nafi, thank you so much for the super chat there. And Sean as well, thank you so much for the donation. Bring the meat! Himic163, thank you so much for the rubles as well. Thanks guys for supporting the channel like that. Yeah, restart game. No mod, reopen, save, close. Yeah, well, I'm just not going to do that while we're on a live stream. That's just going to take too much time. Let's focus back on what I need to do over here. Okay, what I was doing here is I need a power transformer. Doesn't have to contain a lot of power, just has to connect to something. And then a small battery to run to these gas shutoff valves. The only meep challenge, just everybody, a whole sea of meeps. It would be fun. Like, I genuinely do want to see what it'd be like if I had 10 super meeps running around the whole time. I mean, just for the sake of it. Ooh, I'm not gonna get this one right, but Zian Lang, thanks so much for the $20 through Super Chat. Thank you so much for that. So what I got going on up here is I'm going to dump the extra liquid into this area. It should probably be 3 wide, so that I can get a dumping tile. That's a good name for it. In one spot right there, and then I'll have a pitcher pump. This guy right there. Oh, how am I going to do this? Because I don't want them to... There's a good chance they could pick up clean water. Sorry, pick up dirty water and bring it down to the place where I'm going to cook. It's just V, thank you so much for the cheers, the bit. 100 bits there. So... How do we get this to work? The ice machine is hand-fed. Maybe it's just a bad plan. How about I don't necessarily focus on that right now? And just try to finish what I was actually trying to set up was oxygen and power. Focus, how about that for once? Here, thanks so much for gifting a sub there, over there on Twitch. How many people we got on Twitch? 69. Not quite the premium members over there. Sorry, I mean, I'm still the affiliate, not quite a partner. Working on it, though. What do we got over here on YouTube's? 199. You guys like finishing things with 9s right there. Thank you so much for all of your support tonight, guys. I mean, this has been absolutely awesome here. As far as how I'm thinking about doing live streams and Let's Plays in the future, I kind of like the idea of combining the two a little bit more. My channel seems to be more about experiments, more about that sort of stuff, so as long as the live streams aren't super long, I think they'll work out. But we'll just have to see. I'll do a little bit of experimenting here. Oh my goodness. Notifications everywhere. Is this a modded ONI series? It wasn't until mods just came out, and then I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna click on that. Okay, power transformer. I would say it's lightly modded, not... All I've used is a fancy tile, that's it. And then, quality of life mods is all I've done. Little bits for you, and thanks for the Yuri for gift on the YouTube. Awesome. All right. So I think what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go freshen up my drink here. I'm going to take just a few minute break, and then we'll come back to this, and I think I will be able to get these electrolyzers up and running. So just give me 30 seconds or so. I'll be right back. Hit save. If I come back to dead dupes, I wouldn't be surprised. Although you haven't buried anybody, have you? No, doesn't look like it. Look at all those skill points. Bubbles. You need a new job. What should you do? Since I've been trying to make you operate this entire time, There you go. Lord. There you go. So. A little bit of plumbing. Malibu. Extra improved kindness. Grim, what you up to? You're my artist. What's your art up to? Hmm? Not the best. Super meep. Oh, man. You should really have improved carrying. That would actually be great for you. Okay, so this thing is plumbed up, is it not? Yes, it is. Oxygen needs to go somewhere. Speaking of which, how's the oxygen looking? Ooh, see? Just in time. Just in time. The only thing is it's not going to be cooled, so this is going to be kind of warm gas. This is where that ice machine... Let's do it. We're doing it. The ore dropper, the ice machine. Keep it cool. Do I not have the ore dropper? Where are you? Oh, I don't have you. It's called the automatic dispenser now. Okay. Never mind. Don't worry about that. What I was going to do is flow that through a really cold puddle of water. That way it'd cool the oxygen down and then pump it into the base. Where to let the oxygen flow? I think if we split it. This will probably overpressurize real quick. What was that sound? That's a lot of pipe. What else do we have going on in here? Oxygen. We need to power that one up. Do I have enough iron ore now? Yep, I think I do. No! Need more iron. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, so this power here, this thing turns on when it gets down low. Yeah, starts to run, turned off. Okay, so that's working out pretty good. This power grid is going to be quite... It's always quite impressive, isn't it? That might be one way of putting it. Okay, so we're missing iron ore. I have to go dig some of that up. There's a little bit here. There's a lot of it there. Oh, hang on. What do you mean, dude? Boom. Okay, here's where all the metal is. There's a surprising lack of it, believe it or not. It's all like not really the best spot for it. That is super handy. I like that. Meep, this is all you. And Zoe's gonna take over. What did I put the priority on? Oh, we're still on 6. That's okay. The mug hype, yeah. Actually, we got some new. I got some new art. That is brand spanking new. There's like a Dupollo 13 icon. It's actually on the thumbnail of this video. Here we go. More windows open. I think I'm up to 20 now. This guy right there. Dupollo 13. We got Travaldo, Bubbles, and Lurda back there. Yes. Yep. Dupollo 13. It actually would look really good on a mug. With the B on one side and the duplicates on the other. But what do you think those words were on the bottom? What language was that? Now, if you know, because I told you. Okay, so you know it's Latin because... No, desktop coder, you're cheating. You know this. You know this. There is a Super Meat mug. It's all down there. As far as the merch and everything is concerned, Merch Minion for the t-shirts. If you're in the US, they're definitely the best option. Desktop Coder actually has one of those. And as far as the mugs are concerned, right now those are only on Teespring. I'm working on integrating them as well. Depends on where you're at in the world as far as shipping, but that's what's going on there. Trying to come up with cool stuff that actually connects to what we're doing here. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Yeah, if you get the ones that are, well, all the t-shirts should be real comfortable. They're either premium or they got like the tri-blend, and the tri-blend's super nice. Anywho, let's get this power up and running. Have you guys made the extra? Nope. You're killing me, dupes. Malabar, what are you, sick or something? Your thoughts on allowing double pipe / wires in a single block? No, I don't think so. What I think should be added at some point here, or it would be useful, maybe a good mod for somebody, is a higher volume gas pipe. 1 kilogram per second is kind of a restriction. If you could spend a little bit more, maybe 5 times as much, to get 5 kilograms in the single gas tile. Oh my. And I would think the amount of gas that goes into a pipe would actually be possible. Okay. What? It's not working quite as well as I'd hoped it to. Would, but... yeah. Crap. Alright, that was kind of an experiment. Let's get rid of this one. Nah, those gas blocks are just stomping on top of each other constantly. I'm just going to put a bridge there, that'll take care of it. But then I'll have to make sure to set an automation signal up to these so that they don't just keep running. Because if you draw it down to a vacuum inside of there, one that isn't efficient, and the other thing is it's not, you'll end up breaking the equipment. How long do I plan to stream for? Probably another 15-20 minutes. I think that'll be it. Although I am kind of getting sucked into the game, so... I mean, I just got to the good part here. No, wrong way, wrong way. Thank you. Come on, duplicants. Come on. There we go. That's rude. I've got this stuff so crammed in there. Let's see what I did. I had it fully working over here. Honestly, it just skipped it. It just kept going. That's really the right way to do it. And don't bridge this way, bridge the other way. I might run into an issue here, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, okay. See if we can cover every single tile here. It's like one of those games of Worm, you know, where you try to, like, surround them. I could just get rid of all of this and just rebuild it in a different spot. It might be a whole lot easier. Or, you know what? That'll just have oxygen in it. But then that could flow two directions. Complicated. I literally do have to watch my old videos just to remember what I was doing. Kind of a testament to how in depth you can go in this game. It's alright, we're getting power out of this, we got oxygen. Ha! I think I might set that one up on a dump cycle so that it builds up a certain charge, and then we run an automation signal to dump the charge out of a battery bank and just kind of do this number. That usually works well for those systems. This down here will become self-powering a little bit. I don't know. I got so many different power things going on, but I don't really have anything set up. I don't have distribution set up in the first place, and that's what's causing things to be a little weird. I have more sources of generation than I have ways to distribute it. Well, that gives me a goal for the next time. Can I play more Satisfactory? Yeah, definitely am. Matter of fact, I think I'm to the point there where I know what I want to build. Because I kind of got enough blueprints and enough knowledge to actually, I think, build the stuff I was thinking of doing. So I should be able to start to construct the big old kind of mega base sort of thing. A lot of truck shippings and whatnot. How's my little slickster doing? I think he's doing all right. Not a ton of carbon dioxide down there for him, but this seems fitting. Let's leave some slime right next to Don't see anything wrong with that. Alright, so you can see here now we got all this power and it's self-powering. I don't know, I might have to rethink everything I'm doing down here. I don't know if that's going to work, but... a good plan is always good to have. But whatever. It is hungry. Tummy is rumbling. I would think there would be enough carbon dioxide just flowing down there, but maybe not. We're going to go ahead and prime this with a little bit of a bridge here. And what I can do here, just get rid of that, put a little liquid bridge there. Do the same thing here. And then I'll just put a tank over there. That'll be for overflow, because we will start to get some overflow. I do got some crappy gas going on down here. It might be worthwhile to do a little bit of filtering. Oh! We can do a gas emptier over there. There we go. What do you mean, cryos? Zoe went down there and breathed on him for a little while. See? Now he's completely happy. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I've shown this guy off quite a bit. Most of them can do just about anything. I think we'll dig a little bit more on Super Meep though. Well, okay. Thank you so much, Reyes. To say that I've... I think the word retire might have thrown a few people off here. I'm not... it's not like I'm massively rich and... So, essentially what I got going on here is... Obviously this is a YouTube channel, kind of normal, but I'm also kind of looking to start up my own business. So... We'll see. We'll see if I can stay retired. That's the trick, right? Do a little bit of carbon dioxide inside of here. Oh, look at me go. Look at him dig. You have a fair point there. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And just to kind of touch on what it's been like. So at the very first of the year, I made the transition from being an engineer, mechanical engineer that I was working, designing industrial equipment or capital equipment for paper mills and whatnot. So I was doing YouTube, and I was also doing that. Decided that I really wanted to give YouTube a try here. I felt like the community was, asking for more, so I wanted to try to give that. So very curious about 3D printers and whatnot. So last year I developed my own 3D printer, and you'll be seeing that here pretty soon. It's literally assembled in the other room. Just need to plug it in. So saved up my money, all the money I made on YouTube, saved it up, and decided to make a go for it here at the beginning of the year to just put my full attention here on YouTube to see what happens. So, big thanks to everybody on the Patreon who's been helping me out, helping support me, and everybody that's been donating to the stream tonight, because that's also been really helping me out here as well. And I not only look forward to where we go here with Oxygen Not Included, but where we go in the future. I hope that this channel inspires some people to try to think about things a little bit differently. I also think it's hopefully a nice source of good, clean entertainment for you guys. You guys seem to... I get a lot of messages about people watching me with their kids and whatnot. So things I always had set in goals here for my YouTube channel from the very beginning was I wanted this to be a channel that I could always look back on and be proud of, and not be somebody who I wasn't during my normal life. So that's like not swearing and things like that. Those are the things I live by. So hopefully that shows through. And the other thing is always thinking creatively and trying to see a different way of doing things. I feel like that's been something I personally enjoy. So I don't know. Hopefully that inspires some creativity for you guys. You'll see that in the printer too. How we doing on oxygen? Oh, yeah, we're doing all right. So yeah, a little bit more about what I was doing there. I came in 9 years ago to a company as a detailer and drafting and design, essentially. And that's what my degree is in. So I worked hard at that job. Eventually they asked me to design something, and I had done a lot of previous design work for well, in different things like first robotics with my dad, engineering programs at school that I was lucky enough to be a part of. So I kind of knew how machines go together and how to design them. So through that, I became a design engineer and eventually worked my way up to lead design and did some other stuff to kind of help reformat the company as well, with ERP systems and design automation and whatnot. So that's where I was. And, you know, in part, yeah, I didn't leave on bad terms. It wasn't like I was just like totally done with it. I left on good terms. So I made sure to finish all the projects I was doing and saying, okay, here guys, you know, 2.5 months notice, which was forever long. But at the same time, I was working like crazy because I one-man projects on these massive things. So stress was a big issue. And I was not healthy. I was getting a lot of headaches. And they kept getting worse. So since then, since the beginning of the year when I made that move, I really haven't had any migraines like I had in the past. So I was able to get past all of that. And I thoroughly have enjoyed YouTube. There's definitely challenging bits because I'm still trying to figure out how to do all the businessy side of things. But it's been good thus far. So I'm glad you guys have been a part of it. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. And hopefully this rest of the year goes really good. How did I get the clock in my base? That's actually a mod. So I could build the same components that are up here. Like this. Yeah, you know the process all too well? The old term, the same but different. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's the same as we did last time. Just the same. Never is. Never. Not once. Alright. I don't think we're going to upgrade these wires ever. I feel like they're there, but they're not there. Greetings from Australia. Love your stuff. Thanks so much. Plastic. Yes, 500 kilograms. Woo! Look at all that stuff we just were able to build now. That's good stuff. Bubbles? Bubbles? Travaldo's pretending. Who did it? Who did it? There's water all over my base. Everybody's pretending like they're not the ones who did it. Oh my gosh. Mop oh no. Mop everything. Flood. Oh no. One of these dupes knows what's going on. See, it was just a method to get the water all the way from up here down there. I do have a great hall right down here. Beautiful. Going full-time content creation is financially terrifying. Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. It is. This channel does not run at a profit. Not today, at least. Well, maybe today. I don't know. You guys are donating like crazy, but I don't know. Should I say that? Yeah, we were at like 33% funded the first month, moved up to 50% funded the second month, 70% last month. We'll see. We'll see how this month goes. That in part is why I'm doing kind of some of the 3D printing stuff, in that it'll really give people a physical tool to really put these concepts into use. Oh my gosh, this is where all my time's going, right here. Can I disable disinfect? Can I just select everything? Oh no. Oh no. I have to... Oh, we're getting in deep here. What is my financial target for this channel? Honestly, just to cover bills and food. That's it. Which honestly doesn't sound like that much until you do taxes. Hey, thank you so much for your Twitch primes, by the way. Toasted Delicious and It's Just V. Thanks for supporting the channel. Yeah, we don't want to go down the whole taxes conversation, do we? Please? No? I'm just getting over it. Let's talk about these dupes, shall we? Oh man. Skills. Travaldo needs a skill. There you go. Carry stuff, dude. Way to be a team player. Oh, so what I'm computing that 70% against is the minimum cost of living. Based on all of my mortgage and everything. That's what 70% is against. Hey, I love your videos. They're super helpful. That last story was... Oh, no. Was really wholesome, too. So take my money. Oh, thank you so much, Taylor, for the $5 through Super Chat. Can you show the whole energy generator? This is not a really good example of energy generators. This is... I wouldn't copy what I'm doing right here. I think I was a little bit over ambitious on how much I could cram into one spot. It is working. Oh, here's what I was going to do. I don't know where... oh, cancel. Cancel. Cancel everything. Ha! There we go. All right, so we're gonna stop here in about 8 minutes or so. We'll wrap it up. That'll be 2.5 hours. I told myself 1 to 2 hours, no more than 2. I tell myself every time I get into oxygen not included, I should just be like, all right, no more than 5 minutes, and then 50 minutes later I'll be on schedule. This game sucks you in, man. Every single time. What was I doing here? What would make me attempt a 12-hour stream of this? Beer. Maybe if I was suffocating in real life and I just had to keep building more oxygen. There we go. Look at that. Look at that oxygen flowing. Now it isn't running quite as fast because it keeps checking to see if this one is clear. I've got plenty of oxygen now. There we go. I should really hook that up to something like a gas valve or something. That would be an interesting thing, wouldn't it? If we had a gas system that floated around and it had different valves based on the pressures in the area. Completely pointless, but it'd be cool. Did I... Slickster? Oh, never mind, you're still there. That's right. I have a mini gas pump now, don't I? Because all I need to do is give my dupes more stuff to do. Oh, I don't have the mini gas pump researched. The last infinite power video, was it on the Quality of Life 3 branch? Yes. Yes, it was. May help to control dupes better. Was curious. Throw my base. Heat death around 150 cycles. Holy moly. What can you do to fix the temperature? That ice machine is going to take away all of your problems. So, even though I haven't built it, I think what the method would be, if you're running one of these, is to have a puddle of water, have an ice machine making and dropping the ice into that puddle so it's nice and cool, so that the oxygen that's flowing through there gets nice and cold as it's moving past. I think that's going to be the method. I think it's going to be a lot more efficient than using like a thermal regulator or something like that, and then trying to keep that cool. I'll have to do an experiment video on that and see how it works. But I could see that working. Hey, we finally have some iron. Good deal. Six ice makers drop into water? That would be a massive amount of cooling. Although they did change some things. Although I think all they did is actually lower the power requirements for the thing. make it even more powerful. Kenzala, thank you so much for that $25. Wow, thank you so much. Love your content and love me some oxygen not included. Keep up the good work. Let this be Meep. Let this be Meep. If Meep shows up again, he gains his superpowers. Remember, you're supposed to lose them. Never mind. Thank you, Desktop Coder, for being my bot and linking the Discord channel. Have I gotten into Kerbal Space Program? Yes. You should take a look at it. I have a few videos on the channel. There's a chance it might make a comeback at some point. That is one of those kind of games. Not that I've ever landed on any real significant planets, but I have made some interesting explosions. Yes. I take that back. I landed on the Mun with like 3 spaceships. It took a few. Oh, all right. I'm gonna have to call it there. Okay. 13. Quality of life. Mods. 2. What episode are we on? 7?